Because this case is basic to the entire handicapped community. Because what it comes down to is this, the right to raise your own children. Now, you tell me, what's more important than that?
But, Mason, our whole budget. Gee.
Well, I think it's a hell of a bargain. Think about it. If they get away with this case, it'll make every handicapped individual fair game for every act of discrimination, every indignity, every oppression in today's society. Damn it, if we don't take a stand and take a stand right now, I'm telling you, it's going to be too late.
Nobody does a fiery speech quite like Richard Crenna. He could have been ranting about gas prices and I'd still be listening intently. G'day guys, Holy Critics signing in. The ordeal of Bill Carney puts a father's ability to raise his own children on trial after a devastating accident changes everything. Richard Crenna steps in to defend Ray Sharkey, but what starts as a simple custody dispute soon raises a much bigger question. Who gets to decide what makes someone a good parent? This one definitely looks like a TV movie, but don't let that fool you. There's a worthwhile story underneath it.
Thieves. Donut thieves. Uh-huh. You know what happens to donut thieves when I catch them, huh? When I get them, I tell you what happens. If I could find them, hey, have you happened to see a couple of donut thieves around here?
Strawberry glaze, I'll bet, like the last time.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What's that I see? When I get them, you go from that side, I'll catch them on this side. I'll show you what I'll do with you. I'll show you what happens. You see these donuts? They used to be donuts, but now they're X-rays left. This is made especially for catching donut thieves.
You're gonna be late.
All right, you're off the hook this time. But next time...
Are you gonna be a soldier again?
Just for the weekend.
But Lisa's gonna be with us.
Every minute as usual.
What if Mom calls? It was Eddie's birthday and you said she might call.
Well,
Hey, you better hurry. Uncle Sam doesn't like to wait.
And listen, you know, there's the creative side to donut making. I mean, you got toppings, you got chocolate crumb, you got strawberry cream.
Hey, let me tell you, I'm full of creativity myself. I can monkey up a V8 with blinders. You ever heard of a creative tune-up?
Crazy.
Yeah. So tell me, you gonna hitch up with this lovely who makes donuts worth living for?
First, I gotta get a divorce.
Man, you are creative. of Army. Fix it before it fixes you.
Bill, I'm Dr. Russell. How you doing?
My head is spinning.
Well, that only lasts a while.
How bad? You can tell me.
You've had a severe injury to your neck. Your spinal cord may be damaged.
I'm not going to be able to move. The kids at the store.
It's too early to say. I want to run some more tests.
What do you mean too early? I'm going to get better, aren't I? I mean, there's got to be something you could do.
We're going to do everything we possibly can.
No. I don't have to spend the rest of my life like this. Do I?
Hello? Speaking. Accident? What kind of an accident?
Ooh. Why did you put those on?
Yes, they're with me. Tell Bill they're fine. Is he in pain? When can we see him? Yes, I understand. Your daddy was in a bad accident.
Okay, Bill, we're going to turn you now.
Enough's enough. And I walked out that door, and I just can't get this smile off my face.
Dr. Burroughs, please call 125 West, Dr. Burroughs.
Well, how you feeling?
Like Frankenstein.
Listen, Bill, I've got the preliminary findings. Your spinal cord was nearly severed. Loss of feeling. Some loss of function below the injury. It's right about here. C6, we call it. You'll probably have some use of your upper body, but not much in the hands and fingers. Nothing in the legs, I'm afraid.
What are you saying? I'm paralyzed?
Listen, Bill, I'm not going to tell you that everything's going to be all right. But you can get a lot of function back. We need your help. You're in one of the finest facilities in the world. Rehabilitation is up to you. Well, I talked to Lisa. She and the boys want to see you.
I can't. Not like this.
Well, I'll stop back in a while and see how you're doing.
Dr. Granville, please call the operator, Dr. Granville.
Hi, I'm Jack Hollister, your local welcome wagon. The Disabled Veterans Association, the DVA, pays for this commercial. So if you need anything, advice, help, someone to rap with, maybe you want to sound off about something, let me know, okay? And I'll also let you know if your work is slipping. If you don't get out of this rack soon, makes the DVA look bad. It's okay, Gary, I got him. Ooh, keep that up, you'll be dancing tonight.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Don't worry, sooner or later it's gonna get easier. All right, keep doing it. Yeah.
I can't do it.
Don't worry, it'll get easier.
Damn it, I can't move this thing. Give me a motorized chair.
I don't want to hear that.
Damn it, give me a motorized chair!
Keep pushing it. Never mind the motorized chair. I don't want to hear that. Now, this is serious business, and keep pushing it. Just learned how to crawl again.
I want to see my kids, Jack.
Lisa. Me too. Is my daddy going to be the same?
Same daddy. Gonna love you just the same. You won't be able to do everything you used to. You're gonna have to show him you can count on us.
Doesn't he know that?
I don't know what I'm going to say, Jack.
You relax. You've never been short of words before, Motormouth.
Housekeeping 4 West. Housekeeping 4 West. X-ray technician on call. Please call me. X-ray technician call. Inhalation therapy. ICU.
Hey, guys. How's my little punks? Oh, did I miss you? You too. Hey, you know, they actually claim you can get around like this.
You were a lousy driver anyway.
I made you a drawing.
You did? Oh, boy. Look at that. Hey,
I made one too.
that's pretty good. You're beginning to be regular artists. Both of you.
Do you hurt Daddy?
No, not anymore.
You don't hurt any?
Sometimes. But it's nothing to get down about.
When are you gonna walk?
Hey, I want you guys to meet somebody. Jack, why don't you say hello to Willie and Eddie?
Hey, how you doing, Willie?
This is Jack. No, that's Eddie.
Oh, Eddie. Okay, Willie, how you doing? And you must be Lisa.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Jack, how'd you like to do me a favor and take these demons off my hands for a couple of minutes?
Oh, dangerous company, huh?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'll take a chance. Come here, Eddie.
Whoa! And you follow us.
Be careful.
You want to start a riot or something?
1-on-1 is my speed.
Here comes the train around the corner. Oh, watch out. Don't crash into this fountain. Oh! Okay, let's pass your dad. Ooh.
Hey. You know, you're beautiful. You nervous?
I sat up all night. Kids made it easier.
I couldn't sleep either.
I love you.
Look, I told you we were going to get married. But with this,
I'm still gonna marry you.
goods aren't the same, baby. I mean, I'd understand if
Well, I wouldn't.
things aren't going to be that easy, Lise. It's just going to be hard.
If you think living with me was that easy before.
Guess I'm stuck with you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Hey, big guy.
I got a feeling you're gonna make it, Carney.
You know a good lawyer?
You got trouble?
No trouble. I want to get a divorce. Lisa and I want to get married.
Hey, terrific. I know a guy, Mason Rose, is a good friend. He does a lot of legal work for disabled vets. I'll give him a call.
You do that.
Come on, baby. Come on, light it up.
You Carney?
Yep.
I'm Mason Rose. I'm sorry I'm late. I got carried away in court. An access case. Restaurant said they won't install ramps because not enough of us like their food. We don't like their food because we can't get to it. Jack, I'll tell you about this. Well, just because you're in a wheelchair and I'm in a wheelchair doesn't mean we're helpless. I'm a damn good attorney. You're damn lucky if I take your case.
I should have taken care of this a long time ago. I want to get a divorce. Me and my girlfriend want to get married. I've got 2 kids.
We'll need a custody agreement.
I signed one when we split. It's about 5 years ago.
Well, now and then I work without a challenge.
Don't get out. You burn my dinner, it's gonna cost you. How about Italian?
What about the kids?
Well, they got it when you could still make out what it was. Now they're into a heavy game of Clue with the sitter.
Come on.
Jack called. Did you take the case?
Oh, yeah. That quad, Bill Carney. He wants a divorce.
Messy?
Piece of cake. Jack's really been working with him.
Well, he never fails.
I inspire him. Seeing him brought it all back for me. You want to believe you're the same person, but you're not. Bill Carney's got to see life a lot differently now, and it's a damn hard pill to swallow.
Easy. You've done okay for yourself.
Top of the class. But what were my options?
I hear you 2 been at each other a lot.
He won't leave me alone. It's not my fault. He bugs me all the time, and he calls me names.
Look, you 2 are going to have to behave. I mean, things are going to be especially hard on Lisa, you know, with me coming home.
You're coming home? When?
Next weekend soon enough?
Yeah!
Now, listen, I'm not going to be able to do a lot of things we did before.
But you're still the same daddy.
Enough of the monsters?
Put them back in their cages.
Daddy's coming home next week.
And are we going to be ready? Jack sent someone over to install a ramp.
Any words from Mason?
How come you're in such a hurry to get stuck with me?
Could be I'm in love with you.
Could be.
And you too.
Yes, the trial date is set for 3 weeks from today. Wear something conservative. Yes, Mr.
Hey,
Rose
what
is
about
taking
these access suits? We got 2 restaurants. We've got a theater and a grocery chain. So which ones do we go after?
All of them.
All of them.
And add the Burger Deluxe and the London Broiler. I'd love to sue hypocrites. All those first-class citizens who think the handicapped deserve second-class rights.
As one of your humble employees, I submit that we offer half our load to the Western Law Center.
Why?
Oh, time, money, exhaustion.
It just arrived.
What?
Ellen Carney hasn't seen her kids in 5 years. And now all of a sudden, Mrs. Instant Mother is asking for custody.
Well, she has her rights, too.
What about the children's rights? 10 to 1 says the only reason she's asking for custody is that poor bastard's in a wheelchair.
No hands, and I still can't give up smoking. Gotta have some vices. Mason! Since when are you making house calls?
Lisa.
Hi.
Hi. I didn't want to tell you this on the phone. Ellen's asking for custody of the children.
What do you mean? She can't.
She's still a mother.
In name only, Mason. I've raised those kids. I mean, they hardly know her. She can't.
Look, take it easy. You haven't got them yet. You'll have to prove that they're doing well with you and that it wouldn't be in their best interest to live with her.
You know, I married her when she was 18 years old. I don't know, maybe she couldn't handle the responsibility. Maybe it was the fact that we lived in a rough neighborhood and there was lots of strange characters roaming around and lots of dope around. And it got so I didn't know what she was up to anymore, you know? I mean, I couldn't trust her with the kids. I can't believe she wants to take them back.
Well, it could either be a ploy to get some of your VA benefits, or she just doesn't think that a quad can be a good father.
I'll tell you something, Mason. I'm not going to let her take my kids.
Like I said, I'm a damn good lawyer. Bill's a lucky man having you.
I'm not so sure. Not as strong as he thinks.
Look, Lisa, I know how tough it is. How it changes everything. Hell, Nona and I went through it all. There were times when neither one of us thought we'd make it, but we did. And so can you and Bill. If you really want to, if you really care, if you really love each other.
You know I love Bill. But still, some nights I just wait till the kids are asleep before I start crying.
You don't have to be afraid to say it's hell, because it is. At least at the beginning.
He's frightened. I know that.
Tell him.
I say pitch it, you pitch it.
Here we are.
This is what I've been waiting for.
Hey, they don't let you out just because the ward's full.
Daddy! Daddy!
Hi, how you doing? Watch out for the lift.
Oh, boy! This is great! It's good to see you guys. Down, James. Hi, gang.
Welcome home. Hi, Daddy.
Hi, guys.
Thanks for bringing him, Jack. Come on in, we'll have a drink.
Oh, thanks. I got a heavy date. Hey, Billy, good luck, huh?
Thanks a lot, old buddy.
All right, I'll see you.
Be good.
Okay.
Can we practice tomorrow?
Yeah, but I want you to get some sleep under your belt. At least until 9.
Why?
The coach sees a face before 9. They say it gets crazy. Listen, tomorrow some guy's coming out from the courts to check you guys out. Wants to see how you're getting by with Lisa and I. Mason's sending him over.
How come?
See, Willie, when you're getting a divorce, the court has to make a decision whether or not the children should live with their mother or their father. And this could help us.
What's the court?
The court, Eddie, is the judge. It's like a referee. See, your mother thinks that you should come over and live with her. But I want you to stay with me.
Is he gonna make us live somewhere else?
No, he won't do that.
You said we'd be together forever with you and Lisa.
That's right. We are going to be together. Forever. I promise. Now let's go to bed. Good night, kid. Good night, Angel.
Good night, Dad.
Good night, baby.
Good night, Dad.
Don't
Night,
forget,
Dad.
not before 9.
Night.
I need more time, baby. I'm sorry. I just need more time.
I'm sorry. I just thought... When I shouldn't have thought... God, this sounds stupid.
You know, when you came to the hospital, I remembered how we used to make love. And I thought about how it wouldn't be like that anymore.
I love you. You can't be afraid of the dark. This is a different time now for both of us. We have to give each other a chance.
Hello?
It's Ellen.
She's in town. She said she wanted to come by and take the kids and have them stay with her until the trial. What should I do?
Listen, Bill, we've got 7 days before we go to court. Let her have them during the day. Be cooperative. But insist that they come home and stay in their own beds at night. Huh?
Okay.
What her lawyer's trying to establish is how much Ellen loves the kids and how much they love her. Good tactics, but no history. Just don't panic. That's why you hired me, all right?
With you.
So long.
I know that look. You worried?
I shouldn't be. Well, maybe I'm just too sensitive for this kind of work.
Bill Carney is a lucky man to have you by his side. And I second that.
Well, you boys are real gentlemen. I understand pretty fair baseball players, too.
Dad taught us to hit and pitch. And I hit a home run, didn't I, Lisa?
You sure did.
It was sure something.
Hey, I bet. Thanks for your cooperation.
What happens with your report, Mr. Sheriff?
Well, Mason will try to get it into the court record. I may or may not testify. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Traveled a long way just to see you two.
She never came out before. I hardly remember her.
She's still your mother. Now, why don't you go out there and give her a big hug and a big kiss and make her feel at home? Go on, we'll see you tonight. Good. You too.
Bye, Lisa.
Bye.
Damn you!
Could you tell the court, at the time Mr. Carney left, were you living together?
No.
Hold it. Hold it. Who has the children now?
The children have been living with Mr. Carney for almost 5 years, Your Honor.
So why are we going all the way back then?
Your Honor, I believe it's necessary for background.
Counsel, I am not interested in the things that took place 4 or 5 years ago. The question before the court this afternoon is the welfare of the children. Now, is she capable of taking care of them now? Now, that's the point. I think we're wasting a lot of time.
Your Honor, I agree with counsel that some of this background is necessary. I've cited several cases in my brief which indicate that the court should look into the history. I'm not to determine whether either parent was guilty of any misconduct, but to shed light on the parents' conditions today. Are these parents good and fit parents for these children today?
I'll go back, say, the last year, but I'm not interested in the good, the bad that happened 5 years ago. Is that clear?
Your Honor, it would be my intention to introduce evidence of Ellen Carney's unfitness at the time that Bill Carney took the children.
Not interested.
Your Honor, I would at least like to make an offer of proof that at the time that Ellen Carney was looking after the children...
Counsel, I am not interested.
Your Honor, I would at least like to offer it for the record.
You've made your offer, and I won't permit it. It's not necessary. The counsel will resume.
Mrs. Carney, you've indicated that, in your opinion, you feel the petitioner is no longer able to care for the children because he is partially paralyzed.
Yes.
You visited Mr. Carney in his home recently. Is he able to feed himself?
No.
When Ellen came by to drop the kids off, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. I felt so helpless.
No.
Is he able to do anything for himself? Objection, Your Honor. No foundation. She doesn't live there.
As far as you could see.
No, he can't.
Miss Carney, are there any other reasons why you feel you should have custody of the children?
Lisa's the one that's been taking care of the boys. And if it's going to be a woman taking care of them, I can't see why it shouldn't be their natural mother.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Rose, you may inquire.
Mrs. Carney, have you used narcotics in the past year or two?
No, I haven't.
And how long has it been, if you did use them?
I didn't use them on a regular basis, so I can't say how long it's been.
Well, how long have you been clean?
4 years.
4 years?
5 years.
Objection, Your Honor, to remote.
Supposing she was a narcotics addict in the past, and she's kicked the habit, she's clean now, people have been immature. They've done things as youngsters without showing good judgment. Now, what difference does that make now?
Your Honor, I would like to explain to
You do not have to argue every point, sir. I understand you have a running objection to my ruling. Now, proceed.
Mrs. Carney, is it true that as recently as 2 years ago, you'd been living with a man for approximately a year in your apartment?
Yes, that's true.
And for part of that time, he was unemployed and you supported him?
I wasn't supporting him. He had his own money in a bank account.
Then you paid the rent, did you not?
I paid the rent.
Counsel, I will sustain an objection to this line of testimony. That's not an issue today.
Is it true, Mrs. Carney, that up until 4 days ago, you hadn't seen your children for nearly 5 years?
Yes, that's true.
And in that time, did you make any attempt to communicate with them?
Yes, I had conversations with them on the telephone.
Was there any particular reason that you haven't seen your children for 5 years?
I didn't have the money to come all the way across the country.
Oh, I see. Even though you'd been employed for at least 3 of those years?
Yes.
According to these figures...
Counsel, there's no use going into those figures.
I respectfully disagree with the court, Your Honor.
You have the right, but you've overprepared your case.
I don't think it's possible to over-prepare a child custody case.
You don't think so?
Mrs. Carney, is it true that it's your intention, if you do get custody, to put your children into a child care center for 9 hours a day?
Yes, I have to do that if I'm going to continue working.
Then that is your present plan.
Yes.
I have nothing further of this witness, Your Honor.
You may step down, Mrs. Carney.
Call William Carney.
basically severed from the hospital, is that correct?
That's right. The doctors felt that I could make it at home on my own.
And have you?
Oh, yeah.
And have you been able to care for your children properly?
Oh, yes, I have.
Have you had any consultation with the Veterans Hospital regarding your ability to drive?
Yes, I was told that patients with less range than I have are able to drive with no difficulty at all.
Have you made any arrangements to obtain transportation?
Yes, I've ordered a van specially equipped with a lift so that I can get aboard and drive it myself.
At the present time, can you eat unassisted?
Great, but I'm just getting there. Just give me a little more time.
At the present time, can you write?
Yeah, some.
Are you obtaining instruction in writing?
They're taking care of all that down at the VA. I mean, they're great. They're doing a great job.
I know. Have they told you at the hospital whether you'll be able to take care of your everyday personal health care needs?
Yes. They say that eventually I will be able to take care of all those things myself.
And since your return to home life, have you had occasion to discipline your children?
Oh, yes, I have.
What was their response?
Same as always.
Mr. Carney, why do you feel that your children will be better off with you?
Well, I won't be out working. I'll be able to spend more time with them.
Is there any reason you feel that Ellen Carney should not have custody of the children?
From past experience. And the fact that she hasn't even tried to see them in over 5 years.
What past experience are you referring to?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained.
Mr. Carney, if for any reason Lisa Soldana was to no longer be a member of your household, what would you do, if anything?
I'd get an aide. And I live in for the kids.
Why do you want to keep custody of your children?
Because they're mine. And I've raised them. And I love them, and they love me. And I am the only real parent that they've ever known.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
I have a few. Mr. Carney, how are the children around their mother? Do they appear to love her?
I can't say.
Well, how do they act when they're in her company?
I guess the same as they do with anybody.
When they see her, do they kiss her? Do they put their arms around her? Do they show any affection?
Your Honor, they do that with everybody.
Yeah, they do that to me, Your Honor. Counsel, you're not a witness. Mr. Carney, do I understand correctly that you cannot bathe, get dressed, get in or out of your wheelchair without help?
Need some help, Your Honor.
What is the prognosis as to whether or not you'll recover from your paralysis?
Well, they don't know, but they told me that I have up to 5 years to get whatever I'm going to get back.
In other words, if you don't recover in 5 years, your condition will remain the same.
Yeah. Yes.
I see. That's all, Mr. Carney. Let the record show that the parties have stipulated that this report by Dr. Scher be admitted in evidence. I'll just summarize his conclusions. In Dr. Scher's opinion, Mr. Carney has adjusted well to his disability, both physically and emotionally. It does not impair in any way his ability to be a parent, and he finds the home situation to be a healthy environment for the children. Dr. Scher, that's all well and good, but something troubles me. Let me ask you this. It is very unfortunate that Mr. Carney is in this condition. But as the children are growing older, would it not be better, in your opinion, if they had a parent who could actively go places with them? Play Little League Baseball. Go fishing. Or wouldn't that be advantageous to two young boys?
On the physical side, obviously there are limitations. But his emotional commitment to his children is very strong. Right now, I would say that he is the most stable part of this family, regardless of his physical condition.
I see. You're excused, Doctor. Both parties rest?
Yes, Your Honor.
We rest. I'll take a short recess and then I'll render my decision.
I had to roll back in there with a tin cup selling pencils. Maybe that would satisfy him.
A judge with preconceived ideas about the handicapped.
Look, I appreciate everything you've done. And I know that you're good, but maybe I should have hired a lawyer who can compete with the handicapped.
Compete?
Judge thinks you're just as bad off as I am. He doesn't want to give either of us a chance.
I've been a lawyer for 43 years. Probably heard 30,000 of these family law cases. They're not easy to decide. I think I'm probably as human as anybody else. I've got 4 grandsons. My granddaughter, 3 years old, just drowned in a swimming pool 4 months ago. It's unfortunate that the accident happened to the petitioner. But the court has to consider the overall best interests of the children. Now, according to the evidence, both the respondent and the petitioner are good, loving parents. The way it looks to this court now, we have a substitute mother taking care of the children. If she leaves, then what do we have? Who do we have to take care of the children? He's got to have help. Help changes. Now, it's true. There's a great relationship between the petitioner and the 2 boys, but the 2 boys have a mother who can devote time to them. I think it would be detrimental for the 2 children to grow up until age 18 in the custody of their father. It wouldn't be a normal relationship between father and sons. I think the mother is better able to provide that blood care. It's unfortunate that Mr. Carney has to have help bathing and dressing. He's not going to be able to do anything for the children himself, except maybe teach them, talk to them. That's good, but it's not enough. I therefore find that it's in the best interests of the children to be transferred to the custody of their mother, and I so order, with reasonable visitation by the petitioner. The interlocutory judgment of dissolution of marriage is granted.
There's one thing I know. Not the silent type. What are you thinking?
I wouldn't be saying goodbye to my kids if I could have saved the judge's granddaughter.
We can appeal.
Appeal? Appeal what? That I'm the same person I was before the accident? I'm not. I know it and you know it. I'm in a wheelchair and Ellen isn't. That's all they see.
I still think we should appeal. I don't care what the judge said. Those boys are still counting on you. The plane leaves in an hour. You better get in there and say something.
Hey, come on. What kind of faces are those? Those are not Carney faces, are they? Come on now. I've never seen Carney faces like that before. I've seen bums, but never Carney bums. Why don't you give me something I can count on? Come on, guys, what's the matter?
I want to live with you, Dad. Why didn't they ask us? It isn't fair.
Because you're kids. And the judge is just doing what he thinks is best.
But he's never met us. He doesn't know us at all. Is it because he can't walk? It's because he has to use this, isn't it?
The judge doesn't think your daddy can do the same things he used to do before.
But you love us the same. Why doesn't the judge know that?
Just doesn't understand. But I love you just the same anyways. And I always will.
Then why is this happening to us? Why are you letting the judge take us away from you? Why aren't you stopping him?
I can't stop them. Not today. Look, I promise. I'll get you back. I swear it. We'll be together again, I promise. And nobody will ever do this to us again.
Keep pedaling. That's great. See, that's not so hard. Okay, take her back. Stay with her all the time so she doesn't go in the pool.
I will.
Keep her feet on the pedals. Did you talk to Bill?
Yeah. But he won't listen. I don't blame him. He's got to be right to be angry. The judge made up his mind the minute he saw wheelchairs in his courtroom. Old-fashioned son of a bitch.
Well, that sounds more like my man.
Me hungry, Dad!
Yeah, 10 minutes, monkey man.
You know, I've never seen you get so angry over losing a case.
You know, I get a little mean when I lose. I don't like to lose. Especially a clear case of discrimination against a man because of his handicap. Bill Carney's got nothing right now, and it breaks my heart.
Lisa! Lisa, how about a smoke?
What?
Can I have a cigarette?
You should really quit smoking.
Just give me a damn cigarette.
I do have other things to do.
Well, I don't.
You're fighting the wrong people, Bill.
You look pretty rotten. Even for a quad.
Doing all right.
No, you're not. No, neither am I. Nobody recovers quickly from a deal like that. I came over to tell you what happens next. We're going to take the case to the Court of Appeal. They've got 3 judges, and they'll decide if the trial court was correct.
I can't afford it.
You don't have to. The Western Law Center for the Handicap's going to help us. And I'm asking the Disabled Veterans Association to kind of help finance it.
I don't know what to go all this trouble for.
Maybe you're just wasting your time on him.
No, it's all right for him to be angry. We should have won the case hands down. But when the appeal court reads the transcript of that trial, I guarantee you're going to get a rehearing.
Oh, Mason, come on, what's the use?
What is it with you? You just gonna lay there and give up? When my jet went down, I was laying there on the ground. I knew I was hurt bad. And I decided right then, whatever was wrong with me, it wasn't gonna stop me. And it doesn't have to stop you, Bill. You can do whatever you want. You can. You just got to try. Well, as much as I'd like to sit around here all night playing psychiatrist, I've got something important to do. Like, write up that appeal. Oh, by the way, I started to feel sorry for you. That's over now. That's a good piece of work, Barbara. The court doesn't get briefs like that every day.
Well, your name's on there too, Counselor. I just hope we don't draw a panel of judges like the one we had at the trial.
No, I think this time the court will understand.
Wish I shared your optimism.
Speaking of optimism, we're going to need about $10,000 from the DVA.
Why, what's their litigation budget?
$10,000.
Don't you want some breakfast?
Now, let me get this straight, Mason. Are you suggesting that we use our whole budget for the entire year just to support one case?
That's right. Because this case could establish a legal precedent that affects all of us. These trial judges have got to learn to see us as individuals, as human beings, just as guys in wheelchairs.
What about all the other cases?
Damn it, this is all the other cases. Because this case is basic to the entire handicapped community. Because what it comes down to is this, the right to raise your own children. Now, you tell me, what's more important than that?
But, Mason, our whole budget. Geez.
Well, I think it's a hell of a bargain. Think about it. If they get away with this case, it'll make every handicapped individual fair game for every act of discrimination, every indignity, every oppression in today's society. Damn it, if we don't take a stand and take a stand right now, I'm telling you, it's going to be too late. It's up to you. What do you say?
I vote yes.
Yes.
Do it.
Yeah. Yes.
Definitely. Do it.
Yes. Yes.
The Wapoteca Indians in central Peru Island had advanced architectural concepts and
Hi.
at least some form of calculus. Their 10-story communal houses and astronomical observatories still cling relentlessly to shrub-covered mountainsides, inhabited now.
Is that all you're going to do, watch TV?
You got a better idea?
It was in one such
Bill, you know what I mean.
Barbara and I first laid eyes on
Let's see. Maybe we can go roller skating or skiing. Or maybe we can just take a walk around the block. Is that what you had in mind?
No. That's not what I had in mind. Just forget it.
Satisfied? I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry.
Yeah. So am I.
Mason! Barbara just called about the Carney case.
We lost the appeal, didn't we? Hope you're hungry. I hear this place is great.
Judge Cabot recommended it.
Always when I'm starved. I'd like to have a word with the manager, please.
What for?
When a public place like a restaurant or a store or a theater doesn't have suitable access for the handicapped, as far as I'm concerned, that's discrimination. Discrimination is something to do something about.
Hi. The lady says we have a problem.
Yeah, we're hungry and we can't get into your restaurant because there's no access.
Look, I didn't build a joint, I just run it, sorry.
You discriminate against the handicapped?
I don't discriminate.
Well, what is it? You just don't have room for wheelchairs inside the restaurant, is that it?
You don't like it, sue us, all right?
Yeah, that's just what I had in mind. Oh, you can tell the owner he'll be served the papers tomorrow.
You're serious, huh?
But you really knew me by now. Oh, Barbara, how about a pizza, some salad, and a couple of beers? Oh, and a candle.
A candle.
Okay, so the Court of Appeals didn't get our message. We're not through yet. We're going to go right to the state Supreme Court.
But the problem is they don't have to take the case. I mean, we petitioned for a hearing, but they only take it if they feel it's important enough.
Important? Huh. This case could set a precedent that affects not only Bill and the other quads, but the deaf and the blind and every other handicapped person in this whole country that wants to raise his kids.
Hey, but what about our track record? I mean, we're like 0-2 so far.
It's a wonderful character builder. Gives us madder than hell.
Uh-oh. Only one for it?
3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. And...
How was your dinner with Mason?
Went to a drive-in.
What did he have to tell you?
Well, petitioning for a hearing in the Supreme Court.
That's wonderful. Weren't you excited?
I faked it a little bit. I didn't want to burst Mason's bubble or anything.
Mason Rose doesn't stop dreaming. You used to be like that.
I used to be a lot of things.
You used to be the man I fell in love with.
Yeah?
I was ready to start over. I was ready for almost anything. But I guess I'm not ready for what you've become.
What?
No. A defeated, angry, self-hating man who doesndoesn't even know what love is anymore.
Thanks for reminding me.
That's not what I meant, and you know it. You keep attacking me, Bill. I'm always on the defensive, and I don't like it. It's not who I am. I guess we both changed. And not for the better.
What are you trying to say?
What I am saying is, I can't be the woman you want me to be. I can't change that much. Not even for you. You know something? I really miss Willie and Eddie.
How many copies of the petition do we have to file with the Supreme Court?
An original and 14.
Well, after we break our humps on it, we'll probably wind up with some hard-hearted law clerk who'll throw us the hell out of there.
Where's my eternal optimist?
Yeah, I just know the odds are getting worse. Damn it, someone has to understand what this case is all about.
Romance and high adventure. Isn't that what you always promised me?
Hmm.
You realize that someday I'm going to hold you to that.
Barbara, you are going to present the oral argument if we ever get that far.
Me before the state Supreme Court? Hey, you know, I accept before you regain your composure.
I'm not going to take any chances of having my wheelchair affect the decision.
Hello? Sure, Bill. Hold on.
Bill? What's up? Yeah, well, I'll get in touch with Jack. Look, I'm still counting on you. So long. Lisa left him.
Anybody home? Yep.
Hey.
Hey. Thanks for coming, Jack.
Well, I heard you had a room for rent, and like I said before, I let you know when your work is slipping.
Hey, you got any programs for rejects?
Oh, that bad, huh?
Well, first my kids, then Lisa. I call that rejection.
Forget rejection. You're ready to fight again.
Hey!
Oh, I'm just checking your reflexes.
Watching guys like me suffer turns you on, doesn't it?
Oh, the man's got a sense of humor. Hey, that's a start.
Some start.
It worked. You just didn't catch on in time. Now that you got a little experience under your belt, we can make you a little wacko like the rest of us.
Thanks, Jack.
Mind and body, Billy. It's a 50-50 deal. You gain in one, you gain in both. You lose in either, and you kiss it all goodbye. You getting the picture now, Quad? Don't worry, you're gonna work out here. But the real work gets done at the VA. I mean, you're lucky. They got one of the best physical therapy units in the world. Okay, Quad. Push me out to the porch.
Push you? Jack, I'm strong, but I'm not.
This is phase 2, right?
Billy, you thought a lot of things that just didn't work out. Like you were gonna get to the John on your own. You were gonna be a normal Quad. Sure. You were even gonna make love using every trick in the book. Come on. Push. Listen, Billy, there is no such animal as a normal Quad. Now, will you please do it? You decked me, right? Well, why don't you try and push me? Come on, Billy! Come on!
That's it. Come on. Keep going. That's it. That's it, Billy. You got it. Keep going. Keep going, Billy. You got it. Come on. Come on. Ow, come on. Come on. I didn't expect that until next week. You all right? Hey, Billy, it's the brain that calls the signals, you know? But since we both got our screws intact, we can make the brain sweat a little. Make those hands and fingers think again. Anything you say?
Seems like more petitions than usual this morning.
You know, I always feel like I'm playing judicial roulette when I do this.
I'm sorry, Justice Mosk is in a court conference right now. Can you call back in an hour? Thank you.
I'm up. Anything interesting come in?
Good morning, Peter. Just take the top one like any other law clerk.
Carney versus Carney.
Well, I just called to say hello, see how you guys are doing. I feel fine. Doing great, thanks to Jack. I miss you too. Lisa's not here right now. I'll explain it to you when I see her. You be good. Understand? Bye. Gee, that was harder than your exercises, you know that?
Maybe they'll be back here sooner than you think.
Listen, you and Mason believe in miracles. Why don't you forget about it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd appreciate anything you could do for us. Good, right. Thank you.
Sounds like you're lining up every handicapped organization in the state to be friends of the court.
I want to kick up a ruckus like the Supreme Court has never seen. I want them to know that this is a case that affects every handicapped person in the country.
Hey. Don't pitch me. I'm already a friend of the court.
And an intimate friend at that.
You got a couple of minutes?
Peter, even though you've been my law clerk for 14 years, you and I know the Carney case came to you purely by chance. But you know, Peter, some people might wonder about the propriety of your working on this one. They might say you should have disqualified yourself from researching this case.
As a former Attorney General, your background is in law enforcement. When an issue involving law enforcement comes before the court, don't you sometimes feel you could give it a special understanding? Perhaps even help the other judges?
I tried.
That's the way I feel about my handicap. That's part of my background. Living in this wheelchair, raising 2 sons, I don't just leave that part of my life at the front door when I wheel in here in the morning. I bring that experience to any case.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
Terrific! Oh, that's great news. Yeah, thanks for calling, okay? Thanks. Get Bill Carney on the phone. Mason, we did it. The Supreme Court's going to hear the Carney case.
Hallelujah! I knew we could do it.
Yes,
Oh, I knew it. You better start working, young lady.
I'll be ready. Don't you worry. I'll be ready. Bill Carney's on line 1.
Hey, Bill. Great news. The Supreme Court's going to hear the case. This is what we've been waiting for. Come on, say something.
I can't work myself up anymore, Mason.
We're going to do it this time, Bill. I promise you.
See ya.
Not nervous, are you, Barb?
Nervous? What do I have to be nervous about? I mean, I argue cases before the Supreme Court every day, right? Hell, I could do this in my sleep. I'm not nervous. I'm terrified.
Good afternoon, Your Honors. What is at stake here today is whether handicapped persons will be accorded equal rights in the most basic and fundamental areas of their lives, their homes, and their families. As this court is doubtlessly aware, handicapped persons with the aid of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973 are litigating in the courts for equal rights to education, employment, housing, access to public buildings, and transportation. Now, as important as those rights are to the handicapped person's struggle to come out of the back rooms and institutions and into the mainstream of public life, as important as those rights are, these victories, they'd be clouded and they would be bittersweet. And their acceptance as full-fledged members of society, well, that would be hollow and incomplete if handicapped persons are not afforded the same rights to raise their children as able-bodied persons are.
Today's mail.
It's been almost 3 months. What the hell is taking the Supreme Court so long to make a decision?
I don't know. You know how backlogged they can get.
Yeah, I know. But patience has never been one of my virtues.
I know.
Are you saying that in deciding custody, the court cannot consider a parent's disability at all?
No. I'm saying that the court has to look at the parent as an individual. Take into account the quality of the home life that parent can give the children.
When you read the record, where would you say the court went wrong?
There's clearly a stereotype based on sex. I mean, that whole bit about a father and son relationship not being normal unless they play baseball together or go swimming or fishing. Going places, I think that was the language the court used. Then there were some misconceptions about what physically handicapped people can actually do. And the idea that a person's mobility has anything to do with whether or not they're a good parent. What about the love and guidance you give the kids that comes from inside, from the heart, not from the legs? And then there's...
I'll tell you what. You do a rough draft, and we'll go over it later. How's that?
You got it.
We need a press release for Handicapped Awareness Week. Want to try it? Type that it's the first annual rally, names of the people who are going to be there, you know, the usual, what our goals are, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes? Mason, the Supreme Court's opinion.
Listen, Mason Rose. What's the decision? Hey, you're looking pretty good.
How you doing, Mace?
Fine, fine.
No news, huh?
It's over.
So, we lost again.
Try this, you pessimist. You won.
What?
Unanimous decision. I told you I was a hell of a lawyer.
We won?
The Supreme Court threw out the earlier ruling. Their opinion stated that a parent cannot be discriminated against because of a handicap. You made law, Bill. You made law for all of us.
You mean, Willie and Eddie, I get them back?
As soon as we can get the case heard by a different judge.
I'm so proud to be one of you, Mason. I'm so damn proud.
So am I. So am I.
In a landmark decision, the Supreme Court of the state of California stated, "The court must view the handicapped person as an individual and the family as a whole. The essence of parenting lies in the emotional and intellectual guidance the parent gives the child during his formative years. However limited his bodily strength may be, a handicapped parent is a whole person to the child who needs his affection and wisdom to deal with the problems of growing up."
Ooh, what a relief. So glad Bill got his kids back in the end. To think a court could take a father's custody away just because he's handicapped was such a travesty of justice. Maybe he couldn't do all the physical things a healthy father could do, but that didn't mean he was somehow unfit to be a parent. Unbelievable. Anyway, credit to Ray Sharkey here. He was absolutely the right choice for Bill Carney. He didn't play him as some saintly, inspirational figure who simply overcame adversity with a smile on his face. You could actually see the trauma of his injury taking its toll. He struggled to be intimate with Lisa, and instead of talking to her about what he was feeling, he tended to direct his emotions inward. His previous marriage had already fallen apart, and then he found himself suddenly having to prove he was still capable of being a father. That's one hell of a psychological burden. Richard Crenna also gave a very impassioned performance as Bill's attorney. You could tell this case was personal to him, and his fury about the original verdict was palpable. When he slammed that table and said if they let this stand, every handicapped person would be fair game for discrimination, I thought Crenna really sold the outrage. With that said, the movie wasn't perfect. It practically ticked off just about every box on the classic TV drama checklist. You had the swelling music, the fitness montages, the fiery speeches, and a very serious subject being spelled out pretty plainly. But the performances here are what really set this one apart from the rest. Bill wasn't portrayed as completely sympathetic all the time, and his flaws made the story feel all the more human. The movie also raised an interesting question about whether the family courts are properly assessing someone's ability to parent or simply judging them by a rigid set of outdated principles. So yeah, The Ordeal of Bill O'Carney wasn't exactly a forgotten masterpiece, but there was more substance here than its TV movie packaging suggested. That's why I'm awarding it 3.5 stars. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments, and if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more treasures from the film archive. This is Holy Critic, signing out.